where, yes, there was flair, there was drama, there was Miguel Tejada, and the A's going for 20 straight wins. Here's how teammate Billy Koch feels about the streak. Every game you think you're in, it doesn't matter. They could put up a 10 spot in the first. That's just how confident we are right now. Do the A's feel confident against All-Star Paul Bird, John?
A 10 spot? That might be a bit much, but still in the first, John Mabry, it's a base knock. Ray Durham scores. It's 1-0. Then after Miguel Tejada gets hit by a pitch, Eric Chavez comes up. Chavez singles to the left side of the infield. And then Raul Ibanez apparently didn't have the glove down, little hole in or something. Mabry, Tejada both score. Chavez the third. A's up 3-0. Your next batter is Jermaine Dye. And Dye doesn't care about birds. Over the head of Michael Tucker. Chavez scores, dives into the triple, and the A's are up 4-0. Yeah, I would think that's a decent start. Maybe not 10, but that's a good start. Tony Gwynn, he knows about hitting, talks about the A's ball club's quick start.
Well, in front of this packed crowd here in Oakland, I mean, they came out and they put 6 runs on 6 hits in the first inning. And, I mean, they're just going right out and doing business, taking care of business, getting big hits, being aggressive on the bases, you know, scoring with a 6-run lead. They sent a run to the plate. That's Oakland A baseball. That's why they're in first place right now.
Thank you, Tony. Bird pulled after an inning, allowing 6 runs on 6 hits. With the A's up huge, let's flash back to the last team to win 20 straight, the 1935 Cubs. They won 21 in a row, but they lost to Detroit in the World Series. What about the A's? Still have their bats heated in the third, up 9-0. Eric Chavez looking for space, finds it. Ramon Hernandez and Ray Durham would score. A's were up 11-0 on Kansas City. Top of the 8th, though, the Royals climbing back, scratching and clawing. Mike Sweeney facing Jeff Tam. 11-7 the score at the time. 2 on, 2 out. That's just the way Sweeney likes it. Good contact. You better believe it, John Anderson. A's are only up 11-10. Tam's first homer given up in 33 appearances this year.
We go to the top 9th. Billy Koch trying to save it. D. Brown up. A's up 1. Runner on second, 1 out. He gets Brown. Check swing. You're out. So the A's 1 out from history. They're 77-0 and leading after the 8th this season. Luis Alicea, a flare, a gork, a duck snort, a tie ball game. Kid Pello ties her up at 11. Unbelievable.
Who you calling a dork?
A gork.
Oh, sorry.
Alicea moves to second on a wild pitch, and then he gets picked off. And so the A's at least go to the home half, tied at 11, bring up pinch hitter Scott Hatteberg to be a hero.
Swung on, fly ball, deep right field. They've done it again.
Scott Hatteberg off Jason Grimsley. Apparently it's not enough to win anymore. You got to just do it with some style. Now, only 8 teams ever had blown an 11-run lead and lost. So the A's at least blow it and still manage to win and don't become that 9th team. 5 A's contribute multi-hit games, including Ray Durham, who tripled and scored twice. Koch blows a 6th save, but picks up his 3rd straight win in the 20-game win streak. Scott Hatteberg, I have nothing left to say. You take over. You hit it.
We jumped out early, and I think maybe let off a little bit. Didn't play real good baseball, almost middle innings. And they came back, and they came back and made it a game. And you know, hopefully we can learn from it and just keep the pressure on. But
at 4 Ks behind Bert Blyleven, 4th on the all-time list. First inning, it wasn't about Ks for Randy against Sean Green. It's about outs. Rubio Durazo tosses to Johnson for that out. 1-2-3 first without a strikeout. Bottom 1, 1-0 D-backs. Andy Ashby against Matt Williams. Responding to a good visual. Brian Jordan thinks he has a shot at it, but not to be. 3-run homer for Williams, 6th of the year, 4-0 Arizona. Let's have a do-over right now. Paul LaDuca setting up outside. Ashby missing the spot, and Williams a yowza. Next batter is Steve Finley. Steve Finley thinking deep ball against Andy Ashby himself, and for the love of elevation does just that. Number 21 on the year for Finley. D-backs up 5-0 after just 1 inning. Good support for the unit, don't you think? Randy heating up on the mound in the 2nd inning. Ask Eric Karros about that. Nasty slider. 5th inning, Mike Kincaid, not a chance. 6th inning, Johnson facing Cesar Izturis, and Johnson will get him. Next batter, Holbert Cabrera for Randy Johnson. Look out. Cabrera goes down, 3,702 strikeouts for Randy Johnson, moving ahead of Blyleven, 4th all-time. Next batter, Marquise Grissom. The total keeps going up. On his way to his 20th win, 8 Ks in this game. Nice acknowledgement by Randy to the crowd and a friend. David Ross pinch hitting for the Dodgers. D-backs have a conference on the mound. Mark Grace in the dugout. He wants to come into pitch. Remember Monday? Grace did pitch against Ross. It was like a 70-mile-per-hour something. And Ross hit his first career homer. And it counted in the stats against Grace. So back to the Ross at bat Wednesday night. Grace have a big grin on his face as he watches his teammate Randy Johnson look for some revenge for his teammate Mark Grace and gets him. Grace having a good laugh. Bottom 8. Johnson up at bat, 2 on. Johnson down the line. Yeah, Randy Johnson. With such a force, it goes to the wall. 2-run score on the double. Johnson makes it 7-0. Oh, looking for that complete game shutout. 2 outs in the 9th, but Sean Green, 40 homers on the year. 2nd straight year he's done that. Duke Snider, the only other Dodger to have 40 homers in 2 or more consecutive years. Next batter, Adrian Beltre, no problem. A 3-hitter, 6 complete game, and a 20-game winner for the 3rd time in his career. Giants can move a game and a half back of the Dodgers for the wild card if they beat the Rockies. Jeff Kent on 3rd, Barry Bonds on 1st. Santiago. Larry Walker, no problem. Jeff Kent tagging, coming home, and wow, he hurdled Sandy Alomar Jr. And he's safe. Didn't know you had it in you, Jeff. Giants up 1-0. I don't think Kent knew he had it in him. Watch him hurdle Alomar Jr., looking like a youngster. Kent's having a good time. Not that he's ancient or anything. Top of the 7th, 2-1 Rockies. Alomar Jr. facing Levan Hernandez with a runner on 1st. Up the middle. Kent will get it, bobble at the flip. Aurelia behind the back, finishing the double play. That's a sweet play, and we need another look. Just in case he stepped away to grab a potato chip. Bottom 8, Kent on 1st, Barry Bonds. Sitting on 40 homers, facing Todd Jones. This is deep. Jay Payton says, not deep enough, folks. So the Rockies spoil the Giants' plans 2-1.
Red Sox-Yankees, 19th game of the season series. Derek Lowe looking for his 19th win. I love symmetry. Jason Giambi with 2 on, gets locked up. Down he goes. Next batter, Bernie Williams. Low grounded to first. We got 2 away, and suddenly the threat seems to be easing. Next guy, Jorge Posada, little nubber. Lowe will take that, and he will survive the first without any damage. Ditto for the second, but in the third, we've got some problems. Lowe, 0-2 count on Juan Rivera, and the rookie just going to reach out, slap it the other way. A little high, but that's all right. Still going to be good for 2 bases. It'll rattle around the right field corner. Jason Giambi with 2 outs. He definitely didn't strike out on that one, did he? No, sir. 2-run shot. His 34th home run gives the Yankees a 2-1 lead. Let's take a look at how Giambi handled this using the K-zone. 2-0 pitch outside from Lowe, and Giambi maybe tries to jump in there and yank it over to right field. Comes up with a weak foul ball. So 3-2 he adjusts instead of trying to pull the ball. Just going to hit a little opposite field jack, that's all. Little home run to left. Just the 3rd home run of the 34 that has gone to left for Giambi this year. 2 batters later, Jorge Posada with a man on 2nd. That's through. Bernie Williams will score. 3-1 Yanks. Just don't try to overdo, kids. Just do enough. Derek Lowe not happy with the stuff there. His line not too bad. 7 innings, 3 earned, 7 hits. Andy Pettit, his opposite number, missed his last start with back trouble, cruising along. Jason Varitek can't hit that part of it. 8 in a row retired by Pettit. He went 7 innings as well. Top 8, Manny Ramirez facing Steve Carson. And Manny, nothing special there. That's a 6-4-3. The dreamy Derek Jeter will start that. The Yanks win it 3-1 and take the season series 10-9. Pettit now 9-5. How about the Angels and the Devil Rays, excuse me. Top 5, Adam Kennedy facing former driller Tanyan Sturtz. And that, that's just a simple little single, harmless enough, except the Angels, they're not going to overpower you. They'll just play decent baseball. David Eckstein's up next. Perfect little hit and run. Small ball. And we're not referring to Eckstein's size, just small ball. That's a term they use there in baseball. Kennedy goes to 3rd, a little more serious. Darren Erstad does his job, sac fly. Just like that, good, solid, fundamental Angel baseball, and the Angels take a 2-1 lead. Top 7 now, tied at 2. Kennedy facing Sturtz. That's down. Benji Molina will score, and Kennedy, who was 3 for 4, going to go over there and stand on first. Angels leading at 3-2. Let's add to it. Eckstein again follows him in the order. Kennedy's going. Without a throw, he has his 15th stolen base. So the very next pitch, Eckstein says, come on home, buddy. That gets through. Kennedy would score. Eckstein, well, they're going to try and get him getting a little sleepy, but he gets back in time. Angels win their 6th in a row, 4-2 over the Devil Rays.
Mariners trying to stay 2.5 back of those wild-card leading Angels, facing Rick Reed and the Twins, who's been outstanding in his last 4 starts, 3-1 with an ERA of just over 1. Striking out Edgar Martinez. Reed, an all-star in '98 and 2001. Mike Cameron knows that. Bottom 3, Reed still motoring. Striking out Jose Offerman, then facing Ichiro. We're going to show you the pitch sequence. Outside heat fouled off by Ichiro. Second pitch, outside heat fouled off again. Third pitch, inside heat fouled off. Fourth pitch, splitter in the dirt. Ichiro swings and misses for strike 3. Reed retired 12 straight at 1 point. Top of the 8th, 2-0 Twins. David Ortiz facing Jamie Moyer.
19.
Gone. Ortiz owns Moyer. 9 career hits off of him, 8 of them for extra bases. 17th homer of the year. It's 3-0 Minnesota. Bottom 8, same score. Jose Offerman. Stroking. Off for Reed. His first as a Mariner, 5th overall. One of 7 hits by the Mariners, cutting the Twins' lead. And then, same inning, Mike Jackson on to face Brett Boone. No challenge with 2 out. John Olerud facing lefty J.C. Romero. Lefty against lefty. Romero strikes out Olerud. Bat flies into the stands. The Twins' pen bailing out Reed in the 8th. Bottom 9 still 3-1. Eddie Guardado on to close it. That's what you think, says Edgar Martinez. His 11th of the year. It is now 3-2 Twins. Mariners within 1. But Guardado will settle down to get his AL leading 39 save and 45 chances. Twins win. Mariners drop 3.5 back of Anaheim in the wild card race.
Trying to get by the next couple of days against the Reds. Tony La Russa looking to tie Casey Stengel for 8th in the all-time list with 1,905 wins. Top second, he decides he's going to walk Reggie Taylor to get to Jason LaRue. Bases loaded. Bob Boone looking on, and well, we're going to find out this may not be the best way to get to win number 1,905. Grand slam for LaRue, his 9th homer. Just like that, the Reds up 4-love. Bottom 2nd, Edgar Renteria facing Ryan Dempster. Aaron Boone, hot corner, hot play. Gets him. Very swell. So on the bottom of the 3rd, Renteria comes up with the bases loaded and he's thinking, don't hit it to Booney. Yeah, instead, why don't we hit our 2nd career grand slam? Matching slams. Cards now down 5-4. 10th for Renteria. Bottom 6, Scott Rowland. Pinch hitting for J.D. Drew, and just like that, Scott Rowland has his first pinch hit of the year and his first pinch hit ever, because mostly he's an everyday player. Still, it sounds really impressive. 22nd homer overall, and the Cards going to win it 10-5.
Astros needing a win to stay 4 back of the Cards in the Central, facing San Diego. Jeff Blum hoping to beat the Pods 2 games in a row. Let's flash back. Check out his hair. Blum dyed his hair red for good luck. Astros went 0 for 3 in that series. Now, after going 0 for 3 against L.A., Blum bleached his hair and hopes for better luck against San Diego. Check out the blonde hair. Hey, he had 3 hits in the first game, and Houston won. And here's Juan Gant stroking a home run off of Peter Monroe in the 4th to put the Padres up 2-0. Top of the 7th, Brett Tomko to Blum. Does he help his team? No. Strikes out. Blum 0 for 2 in the game. Blondie. Bottom 7. Astro killer, you're looking at him. Ryan Klesko. Oh, that's going to find some space. It's a double. Ramon Vasquez would score. Klesko extending his hit streak against the Astros to 29 games. Padres win. Astros drop back.
Playing bottom 3rd, Kip Wells facing Henry Blanco. Adrian Brown is hustling. He got it. Let's take another look at this as Brown just barely beats gravity and gets a glove under it. Nice play there. Bottom 4 still scoreless. Now it's Marcus Giles batting, and he flips one to Jack Wilson, and Jack gonna scoop it over to Pokey Reese. 6-4-3 double play. That would make Marcus angry. You wouldn't like Marcus angry. He just unloads with 2 out. Look at his brother Brian out there left. Yeah, whatever. Just let it go. 3-run shot. 441 feet is 7th. 4-0 brace. He wasn't done. Almost the same location, and Brian gets another look at it. Marcus, his 8th. It's a whole different sort of double play. Big brother struck out twice, so he's going to really get the berries at Thanksgiving. Next batter, Henry Blanco, and Brown goes up for it, and this time he doesn't get it, and he comes back without a glove. Let's look at this again. Over and just gives his glove away. He's going to have to play barehanded, just like everybody's dad did. You know, when they used to use a tree branch. It was all bent. Walked us, yeah, right there. Apparently he doesn't have a glove, and he doesn't have his own helmet. He's wearing number 15. Helmet, 13 uniform. Maybe he just doesn't like math. Anyway, Brown goes down swinging. Damian Moss gets his 10th win. Pirates.
Bottom 1, no score, Piazza. Oh, Piazza. Happy birthday, even with a bad wrist. 26 on the year, 340 all-time, 2-0 Mets. Bottom 4, tied at 3, Ray Ordonez. This is strange. Pitch out.
Whoops.
Ordonez up the middle. Nice hack. Scores Jeremy Burnitz, who scored 3 times in the game. 4-3 Mets. We need a do-over because this is strange. The movement on the Tavares pitch brings it over the plate. Nice pitch out. Mets win their second straight at home. 24 to go to tie the record. 11-3 the final.
Rangers, Orioles. Aaron Myatt starting for the second straight day. He tossed 2 pitches Tuesday. Let's go back. His first pitch to Melvin Mora. Just missed. Gave him the Sean Estes special, and then he got him immediately ejected. Just like that. 2 pitches, get out, you're done. We hate you. Bottom first, no score. Melvin Moore is up again, and he walks on 4 pitches, but those were a lot closer. At least they were on the right side of his body. Later in the first, Larry Bigby, 2 outs. That'll get down, and guess who's coming to score? It's Mora. 1-0 in favor of the Orioles. That's the thing about these highlights. You just want to see more of them. Mora up again, facing Myatt, and off the wall, Carl Everett, Ruben Rivera. Knock each other down. Keystone Cop stuff. Mora wins this battle 5-0 as the Birds go on to win it 8-3.
White Sox in Toronto, bottom 1, no score. Nobody on for Vernon Wells facing Dan Wright. Wells, first pitch, enjoying the journey. His 18th home run of the year, putting the Jays up 1-0. Same score in the third, 1 out. Nobody on for Willie Harris facing Pete Walker. 33-year-old Pete Walker. Harris bunts toward first. Walker feels his age. Error on Walker, who allowed 2 runs, 6 hits in 7 innings and pitched well. Harris to second. Later in the inning, runners on first and second. Pete Walker picking off Willie Harris. So there, Walker wins his 8th. Chicago's win streak stops at 7. 6-2, the final.
50.25. Not very good.
Not really.
Faces George Lombard, strikes him out, and just like that, the ERA drops to 19.55. By the bottom of the 4th, he had it way down into the low teens, but Robert Fick drills that pitch to center field. Randall Simon will score, and then Wright's ERA is ballooned up again. It's now 16.78. Oh, the roller coaster. You just got to get more innings and stabilize this thing. A couple 4 batters later, facing Matt Wallback, gets him swinging on the breaking ball, and now the ERA 15.25. Bottom 5 facing Fick again. Gets into the line out to Damon Easley. So Wright's ERA drops 5.81 runs as the Indians win at 9.3.